I just want to warn you before you watch this video that I made lots of mistakes in recording it. And one of those was the fact that I forgot that I had the echo on my microphone. So I apologize beforehand, but I hope you will still listen. Welcome to the Soul Alignment Mentor Podcast. I'm your host, Angie, and I'm inviting you to explore the depths of self-sabotage, limiting mindsets, and the beliefs that hinder our progress in life. Through intuitive messages I receive from my spirit team, I share profound insights to help you live authentically and break free from these limitations. Join me now as we uncover all the keys to living your best life. Do you have a hard time hearing from your spirit guides? I want to give you a little bit of encouragement today. We are not necessarily supposed to have constant contact with our spirit guides. If our spirit guides are guiding us correctly, then they're doing it in a very subtle, unknown way. They are there to guide us through the human experience, not necessarily be completely involved with us throughout it. What they're there to do is to help us stay on track for the mission our soul wanted to take on, why we were a human. They know that we are still very much connected to the other dimensions and realms because part of our soul has not actually left the higher dimensions. And so the separation that we feel from our higher self and our spirit guides is simply our ego mind. It's the separation of the mind, body, and the soul. And this is what we are working to get back to in our ascension process and understanding that we are spiritual beings. Many of us that have recently discovered that we have spirit guides want to have contact with them and hear them and get instructions from them for everything that we do. However, the reality of it is we're not necessarily supposed to be hearing from them all the time. We're supposed to ask them for guidance. We're supposed to work with them. We're supposed to allow them to help us. However, the way they help us isn't always going to be a way that we know or can hear or can understand. If they're doing their job correctly, we may not even know that they are guiding and leading us in a certain way. However, they will give us signs to let us know and remind us that they are still with us. And that will be through synchronicities. That will be through seeing certain things over and over, whether that it be an animal or numbers. That will be having things show up into your reality to teach you something when you need to learn it. It will give you opportunities to feel triggered in moments so that you can see what it is that you need to heal. The things that we are constantly engaging in our everyday life and process of growth are part of our guides working with us. And so it's not necessarily going to be you always having contact and hearing from them or sensing and feeling them. The desire to constantly be in touch with them and sense and feel and hear them actually takes away from your human experience, which is why you're here as a human, is to be a human, to have the experience of a human. And so our spirit guides want to allow us to have that space to do that. Now, they absolutely will begin to work with us and express themselves to us and share themselves with us, and we'll be able to sense and feel and hear them. The more we connect with them, the more our consciousness rises and more our vibration shifts into a different energy where we can connect with them more and more. However, the main purpose of our human life isn't to be connecting with our guides all the time. It's to be learning and exploring ourselves here in this dimension so that our frequency and soul can grow. And as our frequency and soul grows, that also impacts all the other dimensions. And so if you're struggling to hear from your guides or you're frustrated because you're hearing other people talking about having this deep connection with their spirit team, don't be discouraged. That's not necessarily the way that it's meant to be, and it's really probably not really what's happening with everybody. I have a very close relationship with my spirit guides, but I do not hear from them every single moment of every single day. Actually, there are many days and sometimes weeks or months that go by that I don't sense or feel them at all. And so, what you have to understand is they are always present. It is just your mind that keeps you believing that they are separate. So, shift in your consciousness and believe that they're there guiding you, and then you'll be connected with them all the time. In the moments that I feel like they're far away, they are usually helping me the most. Sometimes our guides will pull back their energy to help us raise in our frequency so that we can connect with them on a different level. It's just like any other relationship. We're going to go through ebbs and flows. We're going to go through growth spurts. We're going to go through times where it seems stagnant. And we have to be okay with that because as we're a human, we're going to have a human experience because that is why we're here. So we can't push past the humanness of who we are to try to constantly connect with the spirit realm. That is not what we're meant to be doing here. So, if it is something that you desire to have as a relationship with your spirit team and your guides or loved ones on the other side, spend time cultivating that. Spend time in meditation, work on your frequency, release some of the lower vibrational energies that you hold within your ego and your mind that keep you from believing you can connect with them. And you will. And once you develop that connection, you can release the fear that they're not there or they're not connected to you in some way. Because the reality of it is since the time you came to the time that you leave this earth, they will not leave your side. And you will always have support from the other realm. And you can be encouraged by that. I hope this gives you a little bit of hope and encouragement today. If this is something you do want to learn how to do and you would like to develop a relationship with your guides so that you know that they're present with you, reach out. I offer all kinds of options for spiritual mentorship. I do readings and mediumship. So I would love to help you develop that. But know that just because you may not sense and feel something right now doesn't mean that it's not there.